High Priest Imhotep has an affair with Ankh-Sunamun, the mistress of Pharaoh Seti I, at Thebes, Egypt, in 1290 BC. After the pharaoh learns of the affair, the two murder him. Ankh-Sunamun ends her life, and Imhotep departs in the hopes of raising her from the dead. The Magi, the pharaoh's bodyguards, stop Imhotep and his priests from carrying out the ceremony after they kidnap her corpse and go to Hamunaptra, the city of the dead. Imhotep is condemned to be buried alive with flesh-eating scarabs, and his priests are mummified alive as a form of retribution. As a result, the Magi swear to stop Imhotep from coming back, since his resurrection would bring out an evil that cannot be stopped. Jonathan Carnahan gives his sister Evelyn, a librarian and aspiring Egyptologist who works for museum curator Dr. Terence Bay, an elaborate box and map that lead to Hamunaptra, whose presence and the treasures thought to be inside it are now thought to be myths, in Cairo in 1926 AD. According to Jonathan, he took the box from American treasure hunter and explorer Rick O'Connell, who found the city while serving in the French Foreign Legion. In order to rescue Rick from prison, Evelyn makes a deal with the dishonest prison warden Gad Hassan. In return, the American guides them to Hamunaptra, where she intends to locate the Golden Book of Ammonius Ra. The crew quickly finds themselves in competition with another expedition led by Beni Gabor, Rick's fellow ex-legionnaire. Both expeditions encounter attacks from an unidentified group while traveling down the Nile, and when they arrive at Hamunaptra and begin exploring the ruins. The invaders are identified as the Magi, and Ardith Bey, the commander of the group, issues a warning to depart before delving too far. Disregarding Bey's cautions, the pair of expeditions persist in excavating the remains, leading to multiple deaths, one of which being Hassan's due to an unintentionally released scarab. Conflict arises between the two expeditions around a statue that is thought to contain the Golden Book. However, the rival expedition finds the Book of the Dead and 5 canopic jars within the statue, while Evelyn, Rick, and Jonathan unintentionally find Imhotep's mummified bones. Evelyn steals the Book of the Dead from the opposing camp that evening, and when she reads aloud from it, she unintentionally awakens the mummified Imhotep. The expeditions retreat to Cairo after facing off against the Magi and the now resurrected Imhotep. But as time goes on, they discover that Imhotep, who is now receiving assistance from Beni, is still pursuing them and bringing about the legendary plagues of Egypt. Imhotep, who has strengthened his magical abilities and transformed back into a human, is hunting out people who found the canopic jars within the city. The survivors arrive at the museum expecting answers, only to see Ardith being welcomed by Dr. Bey, a fellow Magi. The party concludes that Imhotep's goal is still to bring Ankh-Sunamun back to life, and that the only way to prevent him is to find the Book of Ammonius Ra and return to Hamunaptra before Imhotep does. Imhotep will use Evelyn as a human sacrifice to make this possible. Imhotep and the now enslaved city people soon corner the group, resulting in Evelyn's capture and Dr. Bey's self-sacrificing act to free the others. The remaining 3 try to fly a plane led by RAF Captain Winston Havelock to Hamunaptra first, but it crashes because of a sandstorm that Imhotep summons. This causes Havelock to die and allows Imhotep to arrive first and start the ritual. The 3 arrive in the city on foot and find the Book of Ammonius Ra, albeit Ardith appears to be overpowered by Imhotep's resurrected servants. Once they arrive at the ritual room, Rick releases Evelyn while Jonathan uses the book to gain control over the revived servants, killing a partially resurrected Ankh-Sunamun in the process. Now that she is free, Evelyn kills Imhotep by using the book, enabling Rick to stab him to death. A few moments later, a booby trap set by a plundering Beni falls victim to a swarm of scarabs, causing the city to collapse. The 3 discover a living Ardith outside, who wishes them goodbye as they take off with the loot that Beni had already pillaged.